Welcome to Stocks with Antonio. Thanks for tuning in. Wow, Wednesday. What a day in the market. It's really started to move up. And some of you that are watching this video may not know why the stock market's going up. One of the reasons it's going up, ADP came out prior payrolls and is showing that unfortunately companies are still cutting staffing, right? They're laying off people, they're letting people go, and small businesses too. This is not positive, right? I don't want to see anyone lose their job, and I don't like hearing that companies are laying people off because that's never good when you see a lot of people losing their job and unemployment going up. That's not a good sign. But when it comes to getting a rate cut, it is a positive sign for rate cuts. Because remember, if everything is good in the economy, the Feds are not going to cut rates. They need a reason to cut rates, and inflation is still not their goal of 2%. So the only reason they're going to cut rates would be employment. And when it comes to employment, the unemployment's ticking up. Companies are laying people off, and so far it's getting worse. October was signs of job cuts. November came out even worse. With that data coming out and the Fed seeing that, they're going to be very likely to cut rates. A matter of fact, the odds have increased tremendously. There in part of November, the odds of us getting that rate cut had dropped all the way, I believe, to 30%. So not very high. And now we're about 90%. Okay, that's what the market's predicting. 90% that we're going to get that rate cut. That's pretty high. So that means next week when the Fed comes out with their decision, we're expecting a 25 basis point rate cut. Now, is it going to happen? We don't know, right? And they may not do it. But with the data that came out, the odds are looking like it's going to happen. And that's going to be good for the stock market. And right now, for the month of November, stocks did pull back. I know we're in December, but that means there's opportunity because we could start going higher in the month of December. And I believe in 2026 will be a positive year for the stock market. Will go even higher. Remember, Jerome Powell, his term ends in I believe in the summer of 2026, and Trump's going to put a new person in charge, and that person, in my opinion, is going to cut rates. And as rates go down, I believe the stock market's going to continue to go up. So if we're getting into a year that's going to be positive when it comes to rate cuts, that means there's opportunities in this pullback we had in November to get into some stocks at a good price so you can make some profit. Now, the stock that I believe is at a good price is Uber. Okay, and before I talk a little bit more about Uber, I made a video um not too long ago. Check it out, about Serve Robotics. When I was talking about Serve Robotics, it was at $8 and $9. Now it's almost at $12. I think it closed right under 12. Let me see what it closed at. Serve Robotics, where are you? Yeah, there it is. So it closed at 11.89 or 11.80, and its high was 11.89 for today. This thing opened at $10.14. Not too long ago, this was under 9. A good opportunity to have gotten into Serve. Anyone that already has Serve, that got into Serve at those price levels, let me know down in the comments below. And congratulations, you're definitely up right now, and that's always a good feeling. But another stock that I believe has potential to go higher is Uber. If you don't have Uber already, definitely do some of your own research on it, because remember, I'm not a professional advisor. I cannot tell you what to buy, hold, or sell. I'm just sharing my opinion, what I'm doing in the stock market, and the stocks that I'm looking into. Uber, not too long ago, was almost at $100 a share. It pulled back under 90. Today it closed a little bit above $90. But I believe this thing has the opportunity to hit $100 before the year ends, and in 2026 beat that. And if you don't a lot of you may disagree with me, but even analysts are having a price target of the average price target is $111.60. Okay, Uber right now is a beast. If you didn't hear the Q3 earnings for Uber, go check it out. It beat expectations. It's showing a lot of growth. It's showing a lot of demand. This is one that I would definitely want to have in my portfolio. I have it myself, and I believe, like I said, that this thing is going to go over $100. So if you are someone that's just looking for opportunity for short term, meaning you're buying to sell within a year, I think this is a good one. If you're doing it long term, I still think it's a good one. Now, you may be wondering what I do. I buy stocks short term and I also have a long term portfolio. I do both. I want to prepare myself for retirement, but I also want to make money now in the stock market to enjoy life right now because there's no guarantees that I'm going to make it to retirement. But if I do, I want to be prepared. So I do both. I got my long term plays and I got my short term plays. Let me know what you're doing. Do you do both? Do you do one? Do you just do options? Let me know what you're doing. Also, finally, I got my Patreon. It's in the description. I got the link there. If you want to join, it's going to be a community of like-minded people. That means if you're interested in stocks, if you want to talk about opportunities you see in the stock market, if you want to ask me questions, bounce ideas off each other, that's going to be the community for you. If you're negative, if you're not interested about making money in stocks and things like that, it's not going to be a community for you. And I'm also going to be sharing the place that I'm doing, meaning the stocks that I'm buying, what price I'm buying, and when I'm getting out. So if you're interested in knowing, hey, when did I buy? When did I sell? Things like that, I'm going to be sharing that in the Patreon. So if you're interested, make sure you join. Come join me in there, and let's definitely share ideas and things like that in the Patreon. So check out that link. Also, if you haven't done so, smash the like button. Let me know if you're in Uber or if you're even in Serve. Let me know if you're up in the market, if you're making any money. Let me know. I want to know if you're doing well. I hope you are. I'm rooting for everyone. And remember, I'm not a professional. I'm just sharing my views in the market, sharing with you what I'm doing. I can't tell you to buy, hold, or sell, but I'm just sharing what I'm doing. Hopefully, you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.